anyone can choose. So men in music are seen as role models, whether they like that or not. Do you guys feel like y'all have an obligation to the industry?
So what?
Alright. So, as we know, people like to put pressure on y'all to say y'all are role models or y'all like to, live up to a certain standard. How do you guys feel about that?
We just people. We just vessels that get word from God to spread the message. Somebody told me the other day, yo, Ferg, I need one of those hits. And I was like, from your mouth to God's ears, because I don't know what I do.
Yeah.
I just do it.
Right.
So I'm only responsible to do whatever comes through me to do, and I make sure that I'm attuned and I'm clear to get the message.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it can go a couple different ways, but I think it is important to know your influence, that you do have people watching you. Now, that doesn't say that you got to tailor how you live to that, but I think if you know that and aware of that, you can consciously make certain decisions to either push certain things forward or to not push certain things forward.
Yeah, what about you guys?
I think it's important to release yourself from expectation because you can't control results.
Yes.
Something I work on with my therapist is like, I like to let go of the need to control the results and focus on the process, like fall in love with the process of expressing myself authentically, and the world will take it how they do it.
Yes.
I say be kind to yourself. You shouldn't judge yourself by anybody else's standards but your own.
Definitely. Yeah, no, I think what I learned is like basically just giving yourself grace, you know what I'm saying? There's something to be said about having a diverse skill set. Like you said, Ferg, you don't know, like you just out here creating. But like, how do you guys feel about just being diverse in the industry? Not just, being a music star, but also having different businesses and ventures.
It feels good. I mean, I'm not gonna let anybody put my creativity in a box or something. It's good to be able to freely do whatever comes to mind that I want to do, whether it be music, acting, fashion, whatever I want to try my creativity at, I'm gonna do it. So it feels good.
Yeah, for sure. What about you guys?
I think it's important because people are trying to box you in, and I'm an artist. I went to art school, so a lot of people don't know that. I'm into the fashion and fine arts. So this year I had my first art show.
Hey, give it up for you.
That's what it's called too.
That opened up a whole other world to me. Like, I'm seeing babies and parents and mothers and fathers coming to my show. And I was like, that's different. So I mean, I got families coming through, and that's something I didn't see with music, so it's cool.
For sure. Joey, congrats on your recent project. How has your approach to projects change as we're talking about diversity? As you enter every project, what is your approach as you enter it? What's your mindset as you enter a project?
I think every project is different. You know what I mean? I think for this one specifically, I have my sights set on not getting in my own way and not overthinking, just kind of like going forward. You know what I'm saying? I think I've wasted, not wasted, but I have, over the years, being the type of artist who's very highly self-critical, I've let a lot of time go by, just overthinking. And you know what I'm saying? Usually by the time I release a project, it's like 2-3 years old to like the day that I made it. So for this one, it was really different. I'm like, you know what? Like, I really want to just be in this moment where I'm at and give that expression to the world and not overthink it. So, you know what I mean? That was like my artistic push or challenge for this one specifically, but everyone is different.
Yeah, trust yourself in the projects you put out. Now, Vic, we love how cultural you are, political, and social media. But do you see, you work in music, but do you see your message and your mission as something bigger?
Music is a vessel.
Yeah.
Music is a tool, but communication is the point. That's the aim, is to communicate the message. And so if I do that through a song, or if I do that through a film, or if I do that through a video on social media, at the end of the day, it's communicating the message. I see my purpose as to bring truth to the people. So whatever way I do that, I'm happy with it.
For sure. I love that. Algee, how do you approach your acting roles in music? Like, do you approach it differently, or you kind of think it is all the same?
It's definitely not the same, but there are a lot of similarities there. I think I just get have a different type of creative outpouring when I'm doing music versus
order to do a certain type of song, I gotta be a certain type of emotion. If I'm doing a sad song, I have to tap into that emotion. If I'm doing a sad scene, I also have to tap into that emotion. So the way to get there may be different, but that's the similarity with the emotion.
Right. I wanted to talk about consistency because all of you, I feel like, kind of move to the beat of your own drum. You put out projects when you want, but the music industry, even the entertainment industry, has that pressure. Keep going. How do you guys respond to that? Is it more you're going to put out music and projects when you want, or do you kind of go with the time? How do you guys approach that?
Follow your heart. To put it plainly.
Yeah.
For me it's always about staying true to what I feel.
Right.
You know what I mean? And less about what other people want me to do. I'm an Aquarius, so by nature I'm rebellious. I'm usually inclined to do the thing that people don't want me to do. So follow your heart. You know what I mean? I'm a rebel with what it calls.
Exactly. Either one of you guys want to answer that question, just kind of how do we approach that pressure from the music industry, if at all we care?
I think you just gotta have faith in God's design at the end of the day. You know, it's like maybe one door closes and another one opens. Man, I read a quote one time that was like, your destiny is like a GPS in your car. If you detour, it will reroute you to where you need to end up. So ultimately, maybe certain things I was aiming for didn't come together, but in the process of stumbling, falling, failing, learning from failure, I found a way to other things that maybe even greater.
Yeah. Let's kind of stay there with failure. What have you guys learned from failure, especially through your life experiences, the industry? I think I just got asked a question up there, like, what would you tell people? And I was like, don't be discouraged by the word no. But I want to hear from you all about how you approach failure, especially as you grow in your industry and your career.
I think failure is and it's an integral part of the journey. You know what I'm saying? Failure is a reflection of progress. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are afraid to fail, which makes them afraid to move. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta fall a couple times to know how to really get your balance. You know what I'm saying? To really know what you're doing in this thing. So don't be afraid to fail. Actually, welcome failure. The older that I get, the more mature that I get. I kind of look at it like it's a game of sports, right? Sometimes you're down 10, you know what I'm saying? But it's an opportunity to come back. Like if you're winning the whole time, that's cool. Winning is great. We all want to win. Don't get me wrong. But having that comeback though is like greater than winning sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. What about you all? Like, how do you approach progression? Like, staying consistent? And
first of all, can we show some love for the crowd? This is a beautiful crowd right here. Shout out to Culture Con. This is a beautiful, beautiful crowd. A lot of beautiful crowd faces in here.
Yeah, no, shout out to Culture Con. Everyone, it's really dope to see this. Let me get back to the conversation. I wanted to know while we're talking about failure, let's talk about success. When you reach success, what does that feel like? What do you do with it? Do you continue? Do you rest? Ferg, you just talked about an art show. How did that feel? And what did you do after? Did you celebrate with your family? Did you say, I need to go do another one?
So I did so whenever I witness being really happy about something, I just try to take it up even more of a notch. So right after my art show, I shot a video. Because I had everybody outside, I was like, let's go to the studio. I did 2 songs with Denzel Curry. Then I shot a video.
Yeah, I like that. What about you guys? What do you do? How do you event when you kind of reach a moment where you're like, I did it?
Man, honestly, I think I personally low-key have trouble really appreciating my successes. You know what I'm saying? I think I do think though that success is a state of mind, it's a state of being, more so than a destination, because it never feels the way that you anticipated it would when you reach this certain plateau. The only lasting success I can say I've ever found was not through necessarily attainment of a goal, but believing in success as my being.
For sure. Algee, we're talking about how we approach failure and success. What about you?
Yeah, just to echo what Joey said, I think, first of all, to talk about failure is important. I think the saying fail forward is very important because you have to, in order to know how to ride a bike, you have to fall off a couple of times.
Right.
I think you have to understand that it's like strengthening the muscle. You gotta keep showing up. The more no's you get, the yeses on the way. Like, before I booked anything, I got so many no's. Like back to back, so I was going broke off them no's, like trying to get money to go to auditions, but I kept going though. So I had to. There's always gonna be some adversity that you're gonna have to get past. But if you stop doing this because you feel that you're trying to go to something else, you're gonna probably feel like that too. So you gotta figure out how to have a relationship with that. And then just as we do the success part, I feel what you're saying on that, bro. Because it's more so than the destination. It's like, okay, what do I have success in right now? Like, how do I live my daily life? Am I happy with the decisions I made today? Is that a success? Did I do everything on my list that I said I wanted to do? Is that a success? So I think it's very different.
Yeah, for sure. I want to kind of go into where you guys grew up, because that's a big part of a lot of you all's journey. I'll start with you for Carla.
Carla!
How has Harlem just shaped you, like, and just how you like approach music, art, fashion?
Man, all of us. I mean, coming outside, it's like you would get joked on if you didn't get fresh. You know, the Air Force Ones had no creases. You had to have brand new socks. And even if you've been wearing the same jeans all week, you gotta get a fresh white tee. And have some fresh drawers on. So like, growing up at home was like a boot camp. And especially seeing like my uncle and my family members and my father and my aunties and everybody, they all get super fly. So if y'all ever thought I was fly, y'all gotta see my family. Y'all already see Uncle T. Ferg is dumb fly, so. Yeah, that's home for you.
And then you being from Chicago, I actually went to school at DePaul, so I went there. What about you? How has Chicago kind of shaped you, your culture, your music? I have a little story to tell you. I love internet tape. I still go on YouTube and listen to internet tape when I'm cleaning.
Coming on streaming soon.
Yeah, okay. I go on YouTube because it's nowhere, but yeah, how has Chicago shaped you?
Chicago shaped me in every single way. You know, Chicago got this beautiful history of artistry and revolutionary politics and gang banging and street culture all converged into one. And my pops is from Ghana. He used to say, I wanted you to be raised in Chicago so you got the truth about America. It's a very segregated city. You know what I'm saying? But it's also a city with so much black ingenuity. It's where the Nation of Islam was born. It's complex. We're complex, and it may be complex.
Yeah, definitely. Chicago is a very complex city. Joey, what about you? Your upbringing, you got this New York hat on. How did Brooklyn raise you and shape you? You know, hearing your music, your fashion, your style, but I want to hear the audience here.
I mean, what can I say? It's shaped every aspect of my being. You know, I mean, New York City in general is just such a diverse melting pot of so many different cultures. You know what I mean? Like, whether we talk, whether we walk, whether we dress, you know what I mean? It's embedded in you. You know, it's the greatest city in the world. So, don't fix.
Yo. I've been hanging out in Brooklyn all summer long. Shout out to Brooklyn. That community is so loud.
Yeah, I feel like Brooklyn got all the cool spots now and stuff, right? And now what about you? You know, obviously we are listening to their music and style, but even with you, as you go through acting in the industry, just how do you use your culture and your community as you go through it?
Oh yeah, so I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia.
We gotta get into your music here.
I mean, first of all, just Michigan, just the cultural and the importance of the music that came out of Motown in Detroit, all the people that came after that. Just growing up, being surrounded by that, hearing that all the time, knowing what it was. Stevie Wonder's from the same time from Saginaw, a small town. We got Stevie Wonder, Draymond Green, myself, Serena Williams, but she ain't gonna play, but she was born there too. Just in that shape, you know, and then just from the Midwest, it's just an authenticity that you grew up with, just real is real, like, you know, it's plain real is real. And being from Atlanta, just the whole Southern, you know, that shaped me too, that shaped part of my being, how I listen to
what would you all say to your younger self as we're talking about legacy, music, building, culture, failure, and success? As you kind of like think about this conversation and reflect on it, what's something you would tell your younger self? This is what they put on the cards, y'all.
I would say continue to do what you're doing, and all of those things that people project onto you, that's personal stuff that they're going through. So block all of the noise out and just go straight.
Love that, love that. What about you, John?
I'll say to my younger self, don't never lose faith in God. You know, I think when I was younger, the path that I navigated, gave me some moments where that faith was lost a couple times. And now that I'm older, more mature, I realize how important it is to be grounded in faith. So I tell my younger self that.
What about you, baby?
I tell my younger self to stay focused, stay intentional, remember why you do what you do. It's cliche, but I tell my younger self to stop doing drugs. Fall back, just take it easy. Maybe don't run up in that creek. Get focused. You know what I mean?
I would tell my younger self to continue to trust yourself, continue to trust your own decisions, continue to lean into your faith in God. That's at the center of my life. No matter what I'm going through in life, it's always at the center. I'm anchored by that. So I would tell them that. I would tell my younger self to sit and experience his longer and enjoy the moment of what it is and not try to move so fast in certain things. Slow down, look at life more, pay attention to more things, details, people. Just continue to build real, genuine relationships with people, because a lot of times things can seem really transactional. The more that you continue to go on in life, even when you start doing this, as y'all all start doing success, it just happens. People become transactional because people trying to get somewhere as well. Sometimes you don't even mean to do it. But I would just say continue to build really genuine relationships, really genuine friendships. Those are people that's going to hold you down.
I love that. Can we give a round of applause? Relatable in the crowd as the last 5 minutes.
I'm reading.
You reading? What you reading right now?
I just finished The Psychology of Money.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a gem right there. I just picked up, literally, I was just reading it on my way in, a 12-week year.
Okay. So you read in the car?
Yeah.
So no music?
Yeah, I actually interrupted my reading right now.
What about you, Ferg? You go home after a long day, what you doing?
I just want to chill. Like sometimes it's just days of me just on the couch, meditating, working out, and just relaxing because, like, I'm trying to decompress. We be so used to reacting to everything that's happening around us. So I just give myself a moment to just like. Usually I have like some affirmations or something on YouTube just playing, like some philosophies from Carl Jung or something like that. But like recently I just been wanting silence, just straight silence. So whatever I forgot, whatever thoughts or whatever I need to think about, maybe I didn't call my grandfather in a while, and that popped back up. So I just want to get the downloads and just relax.
Rick, what about you? We go home, what we doing?
I'll be picking the oranges off the tree. Definitely meditating a lot, you know what I'm saying? Playing with my son, man. You know, like, just whatever he wants to do. Speaking affirmations into him, that's something that brings me a lot of joy. It's like just speaking the thoughts that I've intentionally cultivated in my mind as an adult into him as a child, so I can see how those seeds could grow and he doesn't even necessarily have to battle the same things, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. What about about you, Algee? What we doing when we go home?
When I go home, I'm trying to sit down. I'm trying to turn on something to watch. I'm trying to relax. I'll turn on Family Feud real quick. I just got done watching a couple TV shows on Netflix. What was the last show I watched? No, I watched a show on Amazon called The Better Sisters. That's a really good show. So I'm just like I like to chill out, you know. I'll say I feel the same thing as Ferg. I don't want to decompress. I don't want to have to think about nothing, think about work. Just being relaxed and all. So.
Okay, cool. And last icebreaker question: who got the best pizza, Chicago or New York?
That's not like something we do regularly. That's extreme. It's just like lasagna.
So unpopular opinion, but I feel like Chicago has the best food in the world.
Food is amazing.
New York.
But you setting me up for